much for being here. I'm limping a little bit. I ran a half marathon a couple days ago. My mother's here. Everyone here is my mother. I ran a half marathon. I would not have run it if I had known that these would be the side effects. I think if these side effects were presented to me like a don't smoke commercial, I think that would be really exciting. I think if like there was a woman with a hole in her throat, like still smoking out of it, being like, yeah, your nipples are gonna bleed and you won't be able to walk. I'd be like, I'd rather just smoke cigarettes. That seems much healthier. It feels like my first day out of the iron lung. I feel horrible. I feel like what Joe Biden must feel like every single morning. I feel like my body's keeping the score and I'm down 20 with a minute left. But the marathon was good. I was just informed, someone right before this was like, hey, I saw a video of you running. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to be perceived running. I shouldn't have run a public race. I'd like to talk to you a bit about my grandmother. She's 94 years old. Yeah, every time I have dinner with her, my parents refer to it as the Last Supper. One of them will be true. It's funny, I call my grandma Grandma. I don't call her like Meemaw, Peepaw, Gum Gum Gumbo, anything like that. I feel like if you do call your grandparents something like Meemaw or Peepaw, you can't get mad about like gender neutral pronouns. Like, Gam Gam doesn't understand they is singular. Listen to yourself. Gam Gam needs a NASCAR pit crew to change his diaper. Gam Gam has bigger fish to fry. My grandma used to take us to a place called Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Not Ruth. We got one Ruth's Chris Steakhouse fan. But not like Ruth Chris's steak. I don't know who this joke is for. Not Ruth Chris's steakhouse. Not like Ruth Chris had a steakhouse. Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. What is a Chris Steakhouse? I am so much more angry about the grammar involved here than I've ever been about any sort of gender neutral pronoun. Old people don't have their priorities right. Okay. My grandma, the rest are dead. My grandma is really worried about AI, and I'm like, first of all, you're not going to live to see the worst of it. Second of all, I don't think we should be that worried about AI, although I don't know anything. Like, I have no authority on it. Someone was explaining ChatGPT to me, and they were like, yeah, you can just type in plain English, like, what you want it to do, any sort of task, or look something up, and then just, like, close parentheses, enter, and it'll do it. And that was upsetting to me, because I thought that's what coding was. I thought you could go open parentheses, make my website sparkly, close parentheses, and I'm learning that it's not that simple. But I also don't think AI is that, like, advanced. Like, I feel like I was watching Netflix the other day, and it was a show in English, but someone was speaking Spanish, and the captions that I think are AI generated, instead of translating that into Spanish, it just said, speaks Hispanically. And I feel like if AI can't do English to Spanish, we're not all gonna die we're not all gonna die while my grandma's still alive. Kind of a bummer. I was reading an article about an NFL linebacker who got hit so hard he developed synesthesia. Oh no. I feel like football injuries are getting worse. Like, who's worried about CTE and concussions when my man is tasting vowels on the sideline? Can he come in and play the next play as long as it's purple? Okay. I do like football team names, though. I think the Baltimore Ravens are so full of whimsy. They're the only team named after a poem. It's adorable. They're named after the Edgar Allan Poe poem. He's from Baltimore, blah, blah, blah. I do wish that other NFL teams were named after, like, equally serious poems, though. You know what I mean? You know the poem that's like, first they came for the communists. And no one spoke up, and I didn't speak up, anyways. Like, about fascism and whatever. I would love to see, like, the Super Bowl next year, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Green Bay, then they came for me's. Niche. You know, like the Tampa Bay two-headed Cavs versus the Miami twice as many stars as usual. Again, I don't know who the fuck that's for. It's like football and okay. Okay, I have one more thing for you guys. My favorite app on my phone is Citizen. Are you aware of Citizen? Citizen is so funny and so scary. If you're not familiar with Citizen, Citizen will show you crimes that have happened nearby, sorted by how close in feet they happen to where you are currently. It's like Grindr for getting murdered, which I believe was the slogan for Tinder at one point. But Citizen will send me my favorite note. You know, they'll be like, man with a pickaxe, undulating 3 blocks away. And you're like, oh no. But it doesn't concern me. But I'll get a notification that's like, officer requesting backup. Me? I can't be the backup to that. I'm not confident enough in my own life. You think I could just yes and my way into being an NYPD officer? You know what? I'm like sitting on my couch, stoned, playing video games, like, officer requesting assistance. Oh no, I have to suit up. I don't have enough confidence. Like, how can you back the blue if the blue doesn't back itself? All right, that's all I got.